To celebrate almost reaching 50,000 subscribers, I've decided to make a special episode for episode 20 of Rainbow Six Siege, which is my top 10 myths of all time. So what I've done is I've gone through all the Mythbusters, all 19 episodes, and I've picked out what are my 10 favourite myths. And I've got them right now in no particular order. Let me know in the comments below what order you think these myths should go in, or if you've got your own list, let me know. Dragon leather couches can save you from explosions. So the nickname Dragon leather couches came from viewers after they watched my Mythbusting episode where I showed that a couch could actually save you from explosions. It completely seems to absorb it as long as you're kind of not in line of sight with the actual explosive, which is crazy. And we even retested to make sure this was the case. So we've even got the brand new impact grenades here, and you can see that Hawkman's going to throw it and it's going to actually hit it. And this was one of the rules I put in place for myself, that we were going to retest all these myths to make sure that none of them were patched out of the game. They had to all be in it. And as you can see, you can actually shoot through the couch. But for some reason, explosions don't do nothing through the couch, so that is confirmed. FUZE'S cluster charge is the only attacker gadget affected by Thatcher's EMP. So this is one of my favourites because it's such an exception. No other attacker gadget gets damaged by Thatcher's EMP except for FUZE'S cluster charge. And I can't really think of a good reason for that to be the case. It's very odd, so that is confirmed. It's one of my favourites. GLAZ'S sniper rifle is the only gun that can shoot through a castle barricade. So this is another exception to a rule. That castle barricade is bulletproof to everything else except for GLAZ'S sniper rifle, which makes it awesome. If you happen to see an enemy through it, you can shoot them. And it's a very satisfying kill when it works, so that is confirmed. A player's body can block a JÄGER active defense system. So this is one of those attention to detail things that I absolutely love in Rainbow Six Siege. And that is that the player body actually stops the line of sight for the active defense, meaning that it will not be able to shoot until that player moves out of the way. Now this is a critical piece of information if you are on the defensive team, because it means you want to not be standing in front of an active defense system. You don't want to be lying prone on top of one, otherwise it might not be able to save your life and you might die because of that. So make sure that you have that in mind when you're on defense, not to lie on top of an active defense system. So that is confirmed. You can throw back a frag. I decided to include this one because it was done in such an early episode of Mythbusters that a lot of people may never have actually known this was a thing. It rarely happens in combat, but it is confirmed you can throw back a frag grenade and it's really cool. You can kill a player by entering a window. So if you quick enter a window and an enemy player is standing there, you will get a melee kill. So you're basically kicking them in the face as you enter the building. It's one of the best ways to get a kill, but it's extraordinarily rare to happen because usually you'll die in that kind of situation as the attacker. So that is confirmed. After GLAZ'S shoots a plane window, you can shoot back out. This appears to have actually been patched, which I'm not sure when this happened because we tested this myth at the beginning of this year, and somewhere in between there they have actually changed it. It used to be that you would fire a round in and the defender could then shoot back out. Now although these look like holes, they're actually not holes at all, they're solid. However, if you shoot the window 3 times, the window will smash. Then the defender can actually shoot out. But that means GLAZ'S has to shoot the window 3 times to become vulnerable from being shot back from a defender within the plane shooting out through a window. So that's kind of a cool little change to the game that I never noticed. I don't know when the hell that was patched in, but there you go, it's changed. So I'm keeping this myth in because it is still plausible. You have to hope GLAZ'S hits the window 3 times, but possible. Mute's jammer will stop Blitz's flash going off. So some component of Blitz's flash is wireless, which means that Mute's jammer can actually jam it and stop it from going off. And it's quite curious now because they've patched it so that you actually get points for Blitz walking over the jammer, so not actually activating his flash ability. You just get points if he actually walks over the jammer, which is hilarious. Like right now he's running up and down this corridor and I'm just getting points after points after points, and he is simply just walking back and forward along a corridor and I'm getting points for it. He's not even activating his ability. But yeah, Jammer will indeed jam Blitz's flash, which you would think would actually be wired. You wouldn't actually wirelessly do this because both the trigger and the flash are on the same device, so you could just have a wire going to them, so that's confirmed. The glass in a shield can be destroyed. This was one of the most prolific myths of all time, and I had to keep coming back and retesting this one to satisfy people, I think about 3 different times, and busted it every single time. You could not destroy the glass on a shield, and people really believed you could. People believed they'd seen it. There was never any video evidence, but they always thought they could see it, and it was probably just down to really bad hit detection back then. But as you can see, this shield is surviving, so that myth is busted. You can win by knocking the diffuser to another floor. This is one of the best ways to win against a team that hasn't bothered to watch this series of myth busting, especially now with impact grenades, and that is that you can simply knock a diffuser to another floor if they put it down on our floor panel, and it is the best way to win because it means they haven't watched Mythbusters, so that is confirmed. Thank you very much for watching. To end this episode, I would like to recommend 2 other YouTubers who do Rainbow Six content. First up is Rogue9. He does extraordinarily good videos that go in depth on weapon attachments and weapons themselves, and he injects a really good amount of humour into these videos. The guy's also got a great voice. You will absolutely love to watch these videos. And then we've got Hawkmill, who has done a behind the scenes video on this very video, showing how it was created and kind of giving you an idea of how much fun we have actually testing all these myths and how Hawkmill's patience usually runs out. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time.
Array the holes, I think.
It would have been epicer if it was just one. Okay.
It would be, but I'm lazy and it's fucking 8 o'clock at night and I want to play some Rainbow!
Yeah, we might come back and do this again, Pirates, if you're up.
It'd be better if it was just one, but I'm lazy, so I'm going to take more time to punch more holes in the wall.
Yeah, because it means we don't have to do it as much. It's a good kind of lazy fuckface.
Right, back up to the double door.